Well, good morning to anyone that's listening to this. Um, Normally, I would make my recordings at night, but today I'm I was thinking about some some things that I feel that are important to me, important to be shared with other people. Um, um, I'm not tell exactly. Uh, Yeah, I'm thinking about the word because I don't want to identify myself, and sometimes, not sometimes, most of the times, privacy it's a good thing to have. But I don't feel I will have my privacy forever. One day, one day, people will know me, and I will not have privacy. But uh, well, anyways, if I ever have time, I talk about privacy and stuff. My own opinion. What I was thinking uh, just now and remembering that um, nowadays I work, I'm already saying in my videos that I am working with programming, and many times I think that um sometimes I have the feeling of the syndrome of the imposter. I don't know if it is this name in English, because I don't feel like a good developer or programmer, depending to whom is listening. I don't feel that I am all of these. I don't. I'm not capable of making great programs by myself. I still need to learn many things to being able uh, to do things that are really competitive in the IT area, in the developer software market. Not the market of the software development, the IT area itself. Well, I many times I think that, but I remember that I didn't came to this area. I didn't think, I didn't thought, considered working in this area since I was a child. I was thinking in working in other areas and not the areas from the mathematics and numbers area. I don't remember the name in English for the areas from exact numbers and these kind of things that I have to search those words. Uh, but I was a person from biologics area, and trying to think now, um, trying to thinking now, in a few years, a person that studied studied to to deal with things more biological things, involving also the healthcare area and many other stuff. Um, I changed to a completely different area, which involves not just other knowledge, but another way of thinking the things, and and it should be more optimistic, to see bright in the bright side of the things. In a few years, I am I have finished university. Um, I cannot tell of the which study I made. I don't want to identify myself too much, but I studied a good university formation for this area. I am able to deal with both circuits, not the same way as an electronics guy, a guy that is focused and that I have a little knowledge about circuits, but I understand things, I understand electricity and many other stuff, at least the concepts, not day by day. I can program, I understand how operating systems work and how the physical and electronic components make things happen. I can bind together everything to make the the things I program in my computer work. I can imagine from the smallest part to the most complex part. And why I'm saying that? I'm saying that because it is possible. It's not impossible to anyone to work in a different area. It's not impossible to learn things. I'm I was feeling quite depressed, but man, many of the people that I work that knows more than me, they were people whom ever most of times, not all, but most of times, they already began to think about working in the IT area before me and began to study in some way to learn to try to program by themselves. So they had a previous way before going to the professional way. I only learned programming and all this stuff besides learned things that I learned just using my computer in a more advanced but not too much advanced way. But besides that, I learned most of things when I got to university, and I not learned most of things from the university, because the university doesn't have time to uh, to teach you everything. They expect that you already know some stuff, much stuff, and in a few years, trying to think, I have more knowledge. I have a complete different knowledge from things that from a biological area I would never understand, never. And now I can, okay, I cannot tell completely, but I can see everything. I can, I have an image that can look for everywhere and understand how things work. And at the same time, I have the knowledge from biologics, understand how a body, both from animals and from human beings, work. Not in the same I don't know in the same in depth from people that finish their graduations in their respective areas from biological areas. But I have the knowledge of two words, two completely different words, and I was beginning to think why I am feeling so down. I know I know that I am not more younger than I was before, but I'm not too old already. And even if I were 15, 16, 17 years old, even if I was too old, most of people live their lives without knowing more than one area or another, or even in their own area of work or specialization or experience. They don't doesn't go much further than that. And I already know two areas in quite complexity, and I can, if I go deep enough, I can use the knowledge of each area to bind together, so I can make technology to the biological area. I just need to know in depth enough to make something that really can make the difference. Um, and why I'm recording this? I'm recording this to always remember to anyone: if you feel that you failed in life, because you have to change the area, because you need to take a new route of life. Remember that most of people doesn't go, the ones that doesn't fail between, well, the ones that doesn't fail, they they never consider other options. You are considering other options. You are trying, um, not easy way. You are going on not not easy way to try something different, to have hope. And you don't know if things will work out anyway. Can everything can go bad, but I'm feeling that even when things go bad, you you make more than that. You see, you get more experience from the normal people that simply follows the life like a line, a straight line. Most people just follow a straight line in their lives, and they then don't doesn't take much risks. And I was also a person like that, but the decisions that I needed to make, not because I wanted, but because life gets complicated sometimes, and you need to make decisions and deal with consequences, made me forced me to open my eyes, to open, my way of thinking to new possibilities, and try to see the world in different ways, and know that there isn't a single way to look the world. And that's good after all. So that doesn't feel bad about, um, if you are studying, if you work in specific areas, if you have a knowledge in this area. You don't have to live your life just with the knowledge of this area. You can read about other things, other stuff. You can read about history. You can read about philosophy. You can read about, so many things, literacy. Um, there are so much things to know. So remember, this life, your life, is going to end someday. You don't know when, and don't try to force. Don't try to force the end of your life. Your life is going to end some way, but try to live your life with a challenge, not a challenge that depends from other people, um, depends in a way that you need to be recognized by them. Be be a good person, be a nice guy, or a nice woman, be a kind person, but challenge yourself to some purpose that only you, can value that. Challenge yourself. I For example, I never believed that I was capable of reading a complete book. I didn't think I was able, or reading, books in English, or reading an entire book in English, or reading a book of 600, pages, or reading books of 1,000 pages, and, not lying. But the 1,000 pages is literacy. It's not technical stuff. But I have books of from 400 pages, tech of technical stuff in English, and I read that. English is not my language. But the main point, the main point, um, challenge yourself. Give your purposes to a purpose to yourself, and challenge yourself to see, uh, up and, where you can get, how far you can get in stuff. Do things, but don't doesn't do stuff that you wait to be recognized. Having your own castle, by the way, in a way of saying, having your own castle, have your own fortune, um, sorry, doesn't make you happy. And I'm not socialist or anyone have the feeling that have problems about being rich. Um, I don't have a problem with the idea, although I although I'm not rich. Um, fortune, is a way for things, not an end in itself. You need to have a purpose to your life. I don't know, building a great school, or a great university, or uh, changing, not changing, but helping um, improve an entire generation to make to have their issues, their problems, their insecurities, help them feel they are able, not forcing them, but kind of you push them to go further, to make you are to like saying you are capable of more than that. You are capable of more than that. Be that person. Sacrifice your life to this purpose that if it's so important. Even if no one's, even if it seems until your life's end, no one recognizes. If you did that, your purpose, you given to yourself. If you until the end you are strong, you are stronger enough to keep on make that purpose of your life, you are victorious. Because there is no way, when you do things from the heart, helping people, not just helping like someone that just give freely things, but when you change people to the best of them, you plant seeds that will grow. Even if it doesn't grow in your time of your life, it will grow and you become a great tree. And if the people here in the future have not so much anxiety like us, problems like us, it's because we planted these seeds today. And all of this, I'm saying all of this because a purpose saved me from the feeling that I am a failure as a person. You have to have a purpose, because if I don't think about if people value or not what I'm doing, I keep going on. Of course, don't try to change the world to be the way you are. Help people to they be the best they can be. Do your best and become the best person you can be. Not the most necessarily most rich or beautiful or things like that, but be the best you are. Be the best. Challenge yourself. Doesn't be afraid of course to work hard to build a good house, have a good vehicle, have life not life insurance. What's the word? Health security, health insurance. I don't remember in English the name, but do be a careful person. Go after having adequate things, tools for your life, but have a purpose. You can do more than you think you are able. I can assure you, you can go more further than you already are. This is not a coach talk. I'm saying that because I live that. I consider that I fail in many stuff, but when I think I didn't fail, life is like that. None of us can control what will happen in the world. Doesn't matter where you are. You can be even in United States or in Europe or in Australia. You can be in any place that has a better life, and everything can go shit. Everything can goes bad. And that's not because you failed. Things happen. We are so much accustomed, we are so much used to have things working, right? That when things begins to fail, to go wrong, we we, we lose ourselves. People, remember, the world much before us was a war zone, was a place of disease, of tribal wars, of empires wars, of so many things happened. Not saying that the world before was bloodlust, bloodlust place where everyone is murdering everyone else, and just now everything's safe. No, there was safety. There are some kind of safety in those eras, but the world before was always uncertain, and the people were, or not, they are prepared to this. They, at least in their mentality, they knew that one day something would happen and they would have to endure this. I think we forgot that we need to endure stuff, that we have plans, and these plans can goes down, can go cannot work, not because we are not didn't work hard, but because the world will keep changing, things will keep happening, and we and we don't have control of this. Doesn't matter how much you plan, doesn't matter if you plan to go to other place to avoid the problems of the world. There is no place you can go that you won't deal with the problems that comes and goes. So remember that. Do your best. Do your best and have a purpose. That will make you keep going on until the end of your life. Remember that we don't know the names of the great scientists, all the scientists around the world, or all the rich people, the great magnet, not magnet, the great millionaires or billionaires from the past. We don't remember all their names. Why you think it's important to have your name in a statue that one day is going to be destroyed by hands or by time? So do your best. Believe more in yourself, and don't be afraid to learn things from different area. You are capable of that. I'm seeing now, I'm sure in every one of you. You can read philosophy and at the same time know physics. You can know mathematics and at the same times know nursery. You can know nursery and at the same times know astrology. You can know astrology and at the same times know your own language in depth. Know words, antique words. You can know much things. Don't allow yourself to be limited. Know all those things. Even if you are 90, not 19, 90. Even if you are more near to the end of life than the beginning. Go after, read stuff. Because one thing that I put to myself, if I spend most of my life, 60 years studying many stuff, to just 1 year in my life, all this knowledge be used, I don't know for what, but being used for 1 year, for one moment it is used, my life, matter. All of this, mm, um, all of this worth it, was worth it, and that's the point. I am okay of keeping studying things, even if I don't know if anyone's going to use my knowledge, but I will keep studying because have I have got to myself, I have given to myself the 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 like, the desire for knowledge, to know stuff. And as I know more things, I understand more things, I am more tranquil with the happenings of nowadays happenings. At the same time, the cost of knowledge, of course, is that you know how fragile the world is, how easily to be broken the world is. But that's trade-off, anyways. That's trade-off. You can't have everything. You have to give up something to get other. So there are always choices, and I will live my life until the end of my days, learning things to pass this knowledge to the ones that really value that, and make my part. Even if I will do this to only one person, even if I do that to only one person in my entire life, my life was worth it. And that's the point. And I feel okay with that. Besides that, be a nice person to everyone that's around you. Everyone has problems, but only you can solve your problems. So be nice to others. Just smile sometimes. Give you some time to the people who complain to you, men, women. Let them complain. They need to put out what's paying them. Just hear them. Most of the time, just hear. Try not to talk too much. Let them just put out. Doesn't matter if you are a man and the woman is complaining about man, saying that man is this and that, or you are a woman and the guy is saying the woman is this and that. Just let the person put out, and after that the person feels better, not completely, but at least they feel better, and they will like you because you are someone that took out their pain, and you feel yourself a great person for that. I can assure you that also. Well, anyways, it was supposed to be a recording of 8 minutes, and I get almost 30 minutes of recording. I will finish I'm finishing here, and have a nice day, night, or anything to every one of you. Okay, bye bye.